Hey guys, this is Gary Drum with KillingAFatGuy.com and CoachGaryDrum.com, and I want to say thank you for signing up to learn more about the Killing a Fat Guy system and the Killing a Fat Guy concept and how I went from 345 pounds down to the fit, healthy, trim person that I am today, and what the Killing a Fat Guy system is really all about. As part of our special bonus for you signing up to learn more about the Killing a Fat Guy system, what we're going to cover today is a system that I developed a couple of years ago that I call the 7 Laws of Intention. Now, what the 7 Laws of Intention they are concepts and ideas that I developed a few years ago as I was exploring some different ideas. I am a student of human psychology, and as a student of human psychology and motivation, one of the things that I endeavor to understand is really how words affect our minds and affect our experience, because really our experiences determine our beliefs, and our beliefs determine our actions, and our actions produce the results that we have in our lives. That's what I've learned through studies of neurolinguistic programming and human psychology and coaching psychology and all of those things that I've learned over the last several years. So what I've actually done is, when I was going about learning to discover what I refer to as the 7 Laws of Intention, it was really more of an exploration of language. I was exploring the idea of a want versus an intention. And I came to this conclusion that want is one of those words that can have 2 possible connotations to it. It can have a negative connotation, and it can have a positive connotation. On the positive side, I can say I want a new car, I want a bigger home, I want a better life, I want more money, I want a better relationship. Those are all positive connotations, or they can be taken as positive connotations, because in that statement of want, I'm saying this is something that I desire. I desire a better life. I desire a healthier me. I desire a better relationship, or whatever it might be. It's an acknowledgement of a desire that you have within yourself for a particular experience. On the negative side of that is the negative connotation of the word want. I can say that I am living my life in want, meaning that I am living my life lacking what I need in order to be fulfilled in life. So the negative connotation of the word want becomes one of need and one of lack. And I determined that when somebody wants something and they believe that that something is possible, I sort of came up with this equation that an intention is a lot different than a want. When a guy talks to his future father-in-law about what he desires to do with the daughter, he doesn't say, I want your daughter's hand in marriage. He says, I intend to marry your daughter. He expresses that intention, meaning he has a want for marrying the daughter, and he has a desire to do that, and he has the belief that it's possible to do that, and he's intending to take the action to make that occur. So he's expressing that intention to the father. So when it comes down to is what is a want versus what is an intention? And what I discovered was something that I want couples with something that I believe, and then I take some action on that. And you see here in the notes where I talk about want versus intentions, a desire or a vision of something that I desire to have in my experience, in my life, in my circumstances, in my body, in my finances, in my relationships. That's the desire of what I actually want to have happen. But I also have the belief that I can have that. Because if I can have the want all day long, but if I don't have some sort of belief that it's possible, then I'm never gonna feel like I have any influence or control over it, and I'm never gonna take any action. That's not an intention. So it's want plus desire, rather, plus belief and influence, plus planning and action. Those are what I formulated into what I refer to as these 7 laws of intention. Now, the first law of intention that we're going to talk about today is to know your desired outcome. What does that really mean? Well, every goal-setting book in the universe has talked about, the idea of beginning with the end in mind, to know what you desire, to know what it is that you're actually after. And we also refer to this as setting the intention for what you're after, what your desire is. Now, when we talk about goal setting, what we're really saying is we want to set that intention. We want to state it in the positive, meaning that, for example, I don't want to get out of debt. I want to live a more abundant life. I don't want to lose weight. I want to live a happy, healthy, successful life. So that's a statement in the positive. My goal can be, I can use weight, for example, as a goal to determine and measure my success progress, but my weight is not the goal. My weight is not the actual intention. In other words, I don't want weighing 120 pounds. I don't want to weigh 120 pounds for the sake of weighing 120 pounds. I want to weigh 120 pounds for what 120 pounds gives me, for the experience that gives me in my life. Or if you're a man, I want to weigh 180 pounds for the experience that 180 pounds gives me. I feel vibrant. I feel sexy. I feel attractive. I feel more full of life and more full of energy. When I hit this particular goal weight, I know my body will be in a physical position to feel these things. Whereas if I'm weighing 300 pounds, obviously I'm not going to feel the same way. So what I'm really after there is the experience. And so you take that and you actually develop that into a vision for the future. What does the future really look like? What would your life be like if you were living at your goal weight? What is your actual intention behind that goal weight? And what would your life really be like? Because what your life is really like at that goal weight, for example, in the context of killing a fat guy, is not what it's not the number that you're after. It's what your life and experience will be. That's what you're really after. What experience do you really desire? So knowing your desired outcome is really about knowing what experience you're actually after. Now, that goes on to the second law of intention, which is to know why it is important. Now, because I can know what I want to have or what I want to experience, but if I don't know why it's important, then I won't really understand the purpose behind it. I want to have a lifestyle that allows me to live actively and passionately because I know, here's why that's important to me. I know that that's important to me because I'm only going to be here once. I need to live life to the fullest and live to the greatest experience that I can have while I'm here. That's one such idea is what is the purpose behind why you're wanting to achieve this particular outcome? Why is this desired outcome important to you? Another thing is, what does the desired outcome really mean to you? In other words, I need to understand what that means to me personally on a personal level so that I can connect it to myself and bring it into my own identity and bring it into my own awareness. Why? Because we do things based upon what is important to us, and why those things are important to us only we actually understand. So we need to know what the purpose is, know why the desired outcome is important to you, and what does that desired outcome actually mean to you? What does it mean to live a healthy life? What does it mean to live a vibrant, passionate life? What does that mean to you? What would that mean? How would that change your circumstances today? That's what it comes down to. It comes down to knowing your why. Know why it is important. Now, the third law of intention is to believe that it is possible. Without any belief, you're never going to take any action. When you get up out of bed in the morning, you put your feet down on the floor. You don't consciously think about the fact that you're putting your feet on your floor and you go through this whole mental exercise of are my feet actually going to touch the floor today, or am I going to step down and the floor's not going to be there, or am I going to step down and gravity's just not going to work today? No, you believe in the force of gravity, so therefore you move and you act according to the laws, and according to the law of gravity. When you roll over and put your feet on the ground, your feet are going to stand on the ground. So you believe that it's possible. Another thing about belief is the reality of what you believe is really what you manifest in your life. What you believe in yourself says a lot about who you are. So what you believe is really what you are, and what you are is what you manifest in your life. Another good thing you can do when it comes to belief is, in order to raise your level of belief, is find someone else who has done and experienced what it is you desire. If you want to lose a lot of weight so that you can live a happy, healthy lifestyle, find somebody who's done that and learn from them. How did you do that? What did that mean for you? What were the changes? What were the challenges? Changes and challenges are some of the things you deal with, but life is ultimately not about perfection, it's about progress. So keep moving towards your goal and your objective. Then as you look at that other person, or you look at more and more people who have done what you're trying to do, you begin to raise your level of belief, and as your belief level raises, you start to think, hey, maybe I can do this too, which actually brings us to the next law of intention, which is to believe that it is possible for you. Because I can believe all day long that Donald Trump can have a gold toilet seat. But if I don't believe I can have a gold toilet seat, I'm never going to have a gold toilet seat. I can believe that that guy over there, oh yeah, of course he can lose 100 pounds. Look at his circumstance. Look at his life. Look at his mindset. Look at all those things that this guy has done. Of course he can do it. I can believe that all day. But until I believe that it's possible for me, I will never achieve it. Why? Because I won't take the action necessary to make it happen. It's really that simple. So you believe that you can have your desired outcome. One of the ways you can believe that you can have your desired outcome is to actually visualize yourself enjoying the experience of that outcome. If you're a heavy, overweight person today, and your lifestyle today is one of sitting around watching TV and eating Doritos and sitting on your butt and on the couch, not really doing anything, living kind of a lethargic life, use that time to visualize what your life could be like doing something else. What would you be interested in? Do you like roller skating? Do you like skiing? Do you like running? Do you like lifting weights? Do you like doing yoga? Can you do those things today in your overweight state? Probably not to the level that you eventually would like to see yourself doing it today, but but in order to get there, you need to be able to visualize it in your mind. Well, here's me at 100 pounds lighter, and I'm doing yoga, and I'm enjoying the experience of doing yoga, and I'm mindful in my practice, and I know what I'm doing. And then here's me running. I can picture myself running to running a 5K, or doing a mud run or a color run, or one of those fun type of things where people get out and get dirty and nasty and do all that kind of fun outdoorsy stuff. But what that really is coming down to is visualizing yourself enjoying the experience and visualizing your ideal. Visualize what your life would be like as you become successful living the desired outcome that you want to experience. That's really as simple as it gets on that particular issue. So believe that it's possible. Raise your level of belief by finding other people who have done what you want to do. And then beyond that, learn to apply that to yourself by visualizing yourself enjoying that same experience. That's how you believe that it's possible for you. Brings us to the next law of intention, which is to know your circle of influence. See, life is about various circles of influence and control. One of my favorite philosophers is a guy named Epictetus. And Epictetus says that basically the only thing you really have any control over in your life is your opinions about things. You can't control circumstances. You can't control other people. You really, to some extent, can't really even control your body because your body might become unhealthy at some point. You can't control that. What you can control is your own opinions, and you can control what you can personally do to influence things to go in the direction of your desired outcome. So you need to know what is in your control and what is not in your control. What is in your control? What can you actually do? Can you get up off the couch? If the answer is yes, you can get up off the couch, the next question is, can you tie a pair of running shoes or walking shoes? Well, yeah, I can do that. Can you open the front door? Yes, I can open the front door. Can I put on my running shoes, open the front door, go outside, and walk to the end of the driveway? Well, yes, I can do that. And maybe you're exhausted after you do that. Maybe you're tired after you get up from the couch, put on the shoes, walk to the front door, open the front door, walk out the front door, walk to the edge of the driveway, and walk back to the front door and come inside and close the door, take the shoes off and sit back down on the couch, and that exhausts you. And that's okay. Because what you're working with at this particular moment in time is what is in your control and what is not in your control. If your body is not conditioned to do hard athletic things or challenging athletic things, you have to condition yourself to doing that. So you control what you can and you influence what you can. When you are sitting there and you're battling with your mind, who's actually in control there? What you're really battling with when you're battling with your mind and you're just sitting there not doing anything and you're just thinking about it, you're really battling with your own belief systems about whether or not you're capable of doing something. Well, you alone, the you that is you, the you that is the observer chooser that creates the life that you live, you have the power to influence what your body is telling you it can't do. You have the power to say, you know what, feet, we're going to get up, and we're going to go do something. We're going to make it happen right now. That's your power. That's your influence. That's what you have control over. So you control what you can. You influence what you can. You know what is in your control and what is not in your control. And key to this whole entire thing is you need to know and not worry about what you cannot control and what you cannot influence. Can you influence another person? You can influence other people, but you cannot control them. And if you can't control them and you can't influence them, don't worry about them. They become non-factors in what you're doing. That's the whole key to that particular law of intention. The next law of intention we're going to talk about is developing a plan of action. Now, I have a saying. I'm a professional. As a professional, I've spent 20 years in IT, and I've been a project manager. And as a project manager, I know that one of the key things you need to do to have a successful project is to have a plan. I like to say, if you don't have a plan, you don't have a prayer. So you come up with a plan for what it is that you're wanting to do, right? You have a plan for what it is to get from your desired intention, get through, you know why it's important, you believe that it's possible, you've seen other people do it, you know that it's possible, you believe that it's possible for you. Now you understand what areas you have control over and what other areas you do not. And now you need to start developing a plan for what you're going to do to get you from where you are now to where your desired outcome is. When it comes to losing weight, when it comes to getting healthy and fit and trim and live the life and be the person you've always wanted to be, be the person you've always wanted to be financially or physically or in relationships, you have to have a plan. You have to start looking at what actions can I take to move me towards my desired outcome. And like I said before, when I used the example of getting off of the couch and just going for a walk to the edge of the driveway, that's a small action that you can take that can have dramatic results. Because today you get up and you go to the driveway and you come back and you're tired. Tomorrow you get up and you go to the driveway and you come back and you're a little bit less tired than you were today. The next day you get up, you go to the driveway, and maybe you even take a few steps further to go to the mailbox. But you progress throughout that whole thing, and your plan is, what actions can I take to move towards my goal? Then you organize those actions into specific steps. Today, my goal is to get up and walk to the edge of the driveway and walk back. Tomorrow, my goal is to walk to the edge of the driveway again and walk back. By the end of this week, my goal is to be able to walk to the edge of the driveway and back faster than I did at the beginning of the week. That's a step. That's a plan. Then by the end of the month, my goal is to walk to the end of the neighbor's driveway. Whatever that might be for you. I don't know what that is for you. I know what it was for me when I started out. I wanted to start walking, and I started walking around the block, and then I started saying to myself, okay, I feel good about being able to walk around the block. I'm going to walk further, and I'm going to walk further. And I went to a place where I actually started walking 5 miles a day. Every morning, I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes even earlier than that. I was up around 4:30. And even in the rain, I would be out there walking. And I got to a place where I could walk a mile. I got to a place where I could walk 2 miles. And at 2 miles, I decided, you know what? I want to start pushing myself a little bit harder. So I actually started putting on ankle weights and wrist weights. And you can see this on videos on my website here. I put on ankle weights and wrist weights, and I started walking even further. And I worked my way up to where I could walk 5 miles every day. That's how I did it. That's how I lost dramatic weight. That's how I changed a lot of the things that I was doing, was because I changed my mindset. I changed my belief about what was possible and what I could and couldn't do. And what's funny is as you develop an action plan, is as you begin to use those actions that in that action plan, you organize that action plan, you start to see the results from that action plan, your belief levels start to go up as to what is possible for you. And the more you believe that it's possible, the more you can start to really see the desired outcome starting to manifest itself in your life. So the seventh and final law of these 7 laws of intention is to take action. So you've gone through it all. You've found out what your desired outcome is. You know why it's important. You believe that it's possible. You believe that it's possible for you. You know what your level of influence is. You've developed a plan of action. None of that makes any difference at all if you continue to sit on the couch. You've got to get up and you've got to go forth and you've got to take some action. Nothing happens without taking action. It's really that simple. You have to go forth and take that action and make it happen. So, to recap, the 7 laws of intention, very simply, are to know your desired outcome, to know why it is important, to believe that it is possible, to believe that it is possible for you, to know your level of influence, to develop a plan of action, and finally, to take action and make it happen. That's it. That's the 7 laws of intention. If you want to know more about this, you can learn more about it on my website by going to killingfatguy.com and finding out more information. In order to see this video that I'm shooting here today, you had to have signed up for my list anyway, so I'll be sending you information all the time anyway to let you know more things about what we're doing. I cover a lot of this information in my book, Killing a Fat Guy, which is available on Amazon.com, and I think you can actually even get it on the website here. There should be a link on the website, killingfatguy.com website. So thank you guys very much for your time and for your attention in this video today. If you've got questions, feel free to go to killingfatguy.com or shoot me an email at gary@killingafatguy.com. I look forward to your success and look forward to hearing your stories, and have an awesome, awesome, awesome day.